Hello, I'm Wyatt Mitchison, and welcome to the CBU Sports Minute. Today, I'm welcoming back onto the show Coach Jarrod Olson of the women's basketball team. Coach, how are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, thank you for coming on. Coach, last time I talked to you, the season hadn't started yet, but now, you guys are on a roll. 14-0, 6-0 in conference play. We talked about how tough those back-to-backs are going to be. Right now, you guys are just going right through them. How did you guys get off to just such a great start?
I think it's been a slow process, just like everything this year. I think a little bit of it kind of snuck up on us too. We've been doing a good job of just kind of focusing on the next game, taking it one game at a time, which I know is very cliche, but it has been something that we've been kind of focusing on. And only recently, when people like yourself or others have commented on like, "Hey, you're off to you've won this many games in a row" and stuff, have we really thought about it that much? But at the end of the day, the games are kind of coming in little chunks. It's Fridays and Saturdays. So you just got to kind of focus on what's coming ahead and that one team that you're playing and just do the best you can when you get out there on the court. And the results usually take care of themselves that way.
Yeah, your strategy so far has been working. Last night I read over all of the stats and everything as long as and I've been following you guys as well, and you guys are just dominating in every statistical category. You're outscoring teams by nearly 19 points a game. You're out shooting them, rebounding. You're playing better defense. Your steals are a lot higher. You're blocking more. Whatever stat it is, you guys are just dominating. How are you guys playing at such an elite level? Is it something you're seeing on film? Is it just your style of play? What is it?
I just think the girls have done a great job of working hard, being really committed to the team. And, I think everybody has kind of sacrificed a little bit of their own game for the betterment of the team. And when that happens, you can see, how things really explode and it benefits everybody, and sometimes you need to give up a little bit of yourself to achieve something greater than yourself. And I think this team has been a good example of that.
Well, this leads perfectly into my next question. I left out a stat specifically because I want to talk about it. I know you probably love it. Your assist numbers. Your assist numbers per game are through the roof. You guys lead the NCAA, although it's not up on their website. I dug through all these different teams. I couldn't find anyone dishing out more assists than you guys. 21 assists per game. That leads any team in women's basketball. And you're holding your opposition to about 9.6. How are you guys able to play make so well? Is it stuff you're drawing up? Is it just everyone cutting and moving? What is it?
I wish I could tell you it's something I was drawing up. I'd be a lot better coach if that was the case. I think a lot of it is just, emphasizing sharing the ball. And one of my favorite phrases to use with the team is let the ball find the shooter. I think a lot of times in basketball, we kind of try to give the ball to the best player and they just kind of figure it out. And when it doesn't work for them, then they pass. But I think this year's team has really embraced just kind of like playing as a collective and really sharing, with each other, opportunities. And I think a lot of that comes with trust too. You've got to trust your teammate that when you move the ball, that they're going to be able to make the shot, but also that they're going to make the right play if it's not there for them. So I think just, the willingness to be selfless and to trust each other has been a huge thing for our team.
Absolutely. And as you said, you guys aren't really thinking about the streak or everything, but from what I've heard of teams that keep streaks in the past of long winning streaks, I think back to the 73-9 Warriors when they started off undefeated. When they lost a game, they almost said it was a breath of relief because they didn't have to think about the streak anymore. Is the streak even something you guys are focused on? And overall, how do you just keep the success going for the rest of the season?
I think the streak thing is just kind of like something that's kind of on the side that's pretty fun to talk about, but I don't think it's something that, it's not like we set out the season to win X number of games in a row or anything like that. I think the goals we set at the beginning of the year in terms of like winning the WAC regular season, trying to win the WAC tournament, making postseason, like those kind of things I think are still at the forefront of what we're trying to accomplish. But every season has its own story and its own journey, and sometimes there's fun little side stories that kind of pop up here and there, and that just happens to be one of them for us this year. And I think you'll know we've really gotten into it, when we start having weird superstitions, like somebody has to wear like a certain color socks to win the game or something. And we have not reached that level yet. So I think we're in a good spot.
Coach, you got a game coming up Friday. We wish you guys nothing but the best in your season. You got still a good chunk left to go before the WAC tournament, which you're able to participate in this year. So, I'm looking forward to talking to you again, hopefully before the WAC tournament, Coach.
That sounds great, man. Anytime. We'll talk to you later.
Awesome. Thank you.